How are things going?
Yeah, good. Very good.
Seems like you're everywhere now.
Well, I'm everywhere in New Zealand at the moment. It's been good. You know, there hasn't been any shortage of things to do of late, which is great, and there's a bit coming up. And I actually, I was looking at the calendar the other day, going, "Shit, I really need to," because it's one of those things when you're not. When things change, and I'm not doing any travel, I'm not going to Australia.
Yeah.
And you go, well, holy shit, I better say yes to everything.
Yes.
Because if I don't have that, then I need to fill some void, and then all of a sudden it starts to fill, and then you keep saying fuck yes, and you should be saying, oh, that's enough.
You work on the principle of say yes and then work it out.
Yeah. And now I'm actually looking at my calendar the other day, going, okay, let's just start to slow down a little bit here, because I was meant to be home a little bit more, and of late that's not the way it's turned out. So anyway, it's no complaints.
No. Why should there be?
No.
How's the road advocacy or road safety advocacy going?
That's an interesting one.
We are just following these, right?
Yeah. We don't worry. Yeah, there's no. You don't have to be. You can do whatever you like, really. As far as you don't have to follow him so much. Yeah. It's just give yourself a gap or whatever you want to do. It's a real challenge, because clearly there's been a mandate within the agencies in New Zealand to focus on some things that we don't necessarily all agree with, and they're doing it because they have decided it's the only way to make a difference, right? Without actually focusing on the areas that I believe that we need to be focused on.
But you're not convinced that speed is the issue, are you?
No, I'm not convinced at all. Listen, speed is a component, right?
Yeah.
Because if you're doing 10 k's an hour, there's a speed component. Okay, you just need to just smoothen it up.
Yeah. Okay.
Just more focus on actually the exits in these cars, especially with the horsepower. So focus on your apex, weight on the throttle, weight. Once you start to open the wheel, now go. That's it. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, so there's a component everywhere. That speed, but it's not always the contributing factor.
Yeah.
But the agencies are saying, well, we slow everyone down, then when people make a mistake, the outcome won't be so bad. It's like, well, why don't you create more awareness and give everyone a little bit more information, better training, so they actually have a better understanding of what it takes to drive a car in a controlled, aware, safe manner.
Yeah.
No. Too hard. We're not going to do that. And it's like, okay, well, people are going to keep making mistakes. Yes, that's why we're going to lower speed and put barriers up. So when they do, the outcome is less. Holy
so
shit!
Really
okay,
well,
that's an ambulance at the bottom of the
cliff.
Yeah. And they can't see it, and they are stuck on that, because the infrastructure, building infrastructure, spending money on infrastructure is obviously good for the economy. And they think they will be able to lower death and injury rates and get rid of it by just doing that. And there's no way that we can cover our network of roads with that kind of infrastructure. So people are still going to be driving on roads that, if they make a mistake, they're going to die. And if you lower the speed, well, then you're just going to create more problems, because people are going to become more impatient. They're going to be more frustrated, especially those that are competent and actually make good decisions when driving.
Yeah.
So they're just pushing to the side, the driving side of it, and they don't care. They just don't give a shit. They don't want to know about it.
What is the answer? Just more training?
Well, there isn't any. So gentle. So a little bit too aggressive on the brake, all right? So now you've slowed the car right down to almost. So you need to brake a little bit earlier, a little bit less.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right, and so smooth into the corner and a little bit more control, so that your turn-in speed is actually at the right pace. So start to slow down. That's it. No more than that. No more than that. Just start to break away now from it. Make sure you get to the apex, look to the exit, open the wheel. That's it, and go. So again, so just off the throttle now and gentle on the brake. Gentle. That's it. No more than that. No more than that. No more than that. And start to feed off it. Look to your apex. Look right down. Weight on the throttle. Weight. Open the wheel and go. You've got to get the car to change direction and start to look towards its exit before you get on the throttle. If you don't do that, then you'll get a false sense of what the car is doing, because if you get on the gas at the wrong time, then the nose will lift, and then the front won't respond anymore, or respond less, and therefore it'll go in a direction that you don't want to go, because you've got on the throttle before the set itself up towards the exit of the corner. So it's a little bit of patience in that space. And tight corners, obviously you've got to wait longer before you get on the gas because you've got to turn for longer, right? So that's really key. And this car's got so much performance
Yes.
that you've got to actually set it up correctly and allow it to be pointed in the right direction, because once you get on the gas, the response is so sharp and so fast that it will, you know, it will deliver what you're asking it. But if you do it in the wrong point, it's going to make the job, or you know, put the car in a position that it shouldn't be in or doesn't want to be in. So the more power that something has got, and the more responsive it is, you've actually got to be a bit more patient on when you actually start to deliver the throttle to the, or deliver power to the drivetrain. And that's, this thing is, as you can see, as you've experienced, is not a normal, you know, run to the shops SUV.
No.
This is a performance
It's a
muscle
performance
car.
vehicle, yeah. So you've got one of these?
Yeah, not
Nice.
the new one. I've got the previous model, which effectively is obviously the same, other than now a brand new beautiful interior and a few other bits and pieces. So yes, I genuinely love it.
Lovely, thank you.